Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I hope that you guys are having a good day. Please become familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is this top part here, but I'm going to read this bottom part. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling or anybody else of my subscribers. Okay. And if you do any bullying to me or my subscribers, you will be reported and you will be put in your place. Okay. You'll be put in timeout. And I will ask that you never, anybody that bullies me, you don't have to watch me. Do not ever come back to my platform. Okay. So this contract also includes gatekeeping, shadow banning, and copywriting my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted. Do not steal my messages from the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, okay? I'm reminding the people watching about my personal human rights. Attempting to persecute me in any form or fashion or make fun of me for what I channel from God and the Holy Spirit is a violation against this contract and the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech. Any attempt to silence me will be followed up with by the Most High God. Treat others how you want to be treated. Do not harm the messenger and do not don't harm the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger, you won't have one. And do not harm the prophets of God, strictly because God told everybody to stop doing that. So, all right, now we're going to do the prayer. So I ask now as I call upon God's favor and the archangels to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. I'm also asking that the archangels, the ascended masters, and the ancestors protect me and my collective from anybody that is trying to bully, harass, irritate, or upset me or my collective. I ask specifically that these people be taught a lesson and that they are forced to stop their endeavors and stop their gang stalking. I also ask that anybody trying to negatively block my message or do any other cyberbullying or anything else to me, I ask that they be put up under strict judgment immediately. Before they even come to bully me, I want them put up under judgment. And I want protection and safety from these people for while I'm doing my life mission on the earth. And I would like protection and safety for my subscribers and people in the cool people. So I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence, and I meditate upon your divine will. Amen. All right, now that everybody's been warned, don't say that I didn't tell you so if you get fucked up by the Most High God and the Holy Spirit and the archangels, because I warned everybody to stop with this fake smiles bullshit. You don't have, it's like people that don't like me, they just don't have to watch me. Instead of coming online and making fun of me and harassing me, all they have to do is just not watch my content. And basically the reason that they feel the way they feel, that's just the way that they feel. Like, the fuck does that have to do with me? It has nothing to do with me. So anyways, I don't know what is up people's ass today, but they don't want anything positive happening to anybody. And that's crazy. Obviously, positive things are going to be happening for people. Literally, God is making these people a laughing stock. They're just like literally going to be falling on their face, literally falling upon their face for doing this. And God's doing to them what they're doing to you. See this queen rising energy? This is about a divine feminine stepping into her power, being praised and coming up in the spotlight. Somebody doesn't like this. And anytime a group of men has to get online or has to go harass one woman, you know that there is something not right about that. Like if you're being gang stalked by like 10 people, why is it that they feel the need to get 10 people to do witchcraft on you and harass you? And you're one person. If you weren't, and they say you don't have powers, that you're not, that you ain't shit. Well, if you ain't shit, why do they have to come up in groups of people to harass then? Why? Like, explain that. If you really are not shit, if you're really not coming up, if you're really not stepping into your divine feminine energy, if you're really ain't shit, then why do they have to come and gang stalk you and harass you then? Okay. If you're one individual, why does it have to be groups of people? This is what I'm saying. These people obviously know that, you know, your light irritates the fuck out of their demons. They obviously already know that. These people are going to be really suffering, and they're going to be really crying over this dumbass ritual that they decided to do. I'm not kidding. And it's not your fault that you shine brightly, that your light irritates their demon. That's not your fault. You're just being yourself. And if you being yourself causes somebody to feel insecure, then that's on them. Maybe they need to grow up. Maybe they should work on shadow work. Maybe they should meditate. Maybe they should go within. Maybe they should talk to God. Maybe they should pray. But again, these people are purely demonic. They're not going to do anything like that. They just know that your light irritates the demon that they are, and they're uncomfortable with it because they know at some point your light may just shine so brightly that it completely blinds these people and wipes them off the face of the earth, which they should not be here anyways. They belong in hell. These people belong in hell. And I can say with every fiber of my being that I know that when these people doing this, when they do pass away, they will be going to hell. There is no purgatory. It's strictly going to hell. God said, do not harm my prophets. Do not touch my anointed ones, and do my prophets no harm. God literally said that. And I remind people every day about that shit. And still, these people don't take God seriously. They don't take what God has intended for this world seriously. And I have a problem with that. As much as these people have a problem with you, they're looking, if you wasn't shit, why would they be doing this? Why would they be looking you up and studying you and all this dumb shit? If you wasn't shit, why would they be trying to get information on you? This is what I'm saying. Their actions prove to the reality that can consciously perceive this. Their actions prove that you are the shit, that you are the boss. Because if you wasn't, why would they be looking you up then? It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. And again, I keep picking up on somebody that wants to know somebody's location. Okay, they can try to come for you if they want, but when they get their head blown off because they're illegally trying to get into your house or illegally trying to find you, and they get their head blown complete off, or when they get in a car accident, or when they get unalived in some other freakish type of way, or their house gets set on fire, then these people have the demonic altars. That's on them. What I just say about wanting to travel towards you. Like I said, God's going to be taking these people's vehicles from them. They're not going to be able to travel towards you. God's not going to give these people a vessel, like a vehicle, and God's going to take away their physical vessel as well, because they won't leave you guys alone. And then God's going to watch these people fall on their face and laugh, literally. You thought you was going to do that to my child? You mean my divine feminine? I don't think so. This person's a spiritual hater. Like I said, they hate that's the same thing that is saying your light irritates their demons. So this person is just a spiritual hater. They don't like your spirituality. They don't like your beliefs. They don't like your light, your magic, and your power. And point blank, period. They're just a hater. And not even a real hater. They're haters that got paid to be a hater. They're being paid to be a bully. Okay. Bad reputation. They wanted to ruin your reputation, but they ain't got shit. Like I said, these people are losing every day. They're losing shit. Somebody that wanted to force something on you. The only thing that's going to be forced is Archangel Michael sword up somebody's ass. Yeah, you're going to remain unfazed by their attempts. Even if they come at you in the physical, they're going to have a great fall, and you're going to be able to see this great fall. It's going to be hilarious, actually. It'll be really funny. Yeah, these people, they're harassing you, but they're into you. So there could be some feminine gang stalkers, but I feel like they pretend to be male online. You got a lot of transgender energy that is harassing you at this time. For what? I'm not for sure. Probably because you feel secure with your own sexuality, and these people don't. And so they don't like that. And you gotta be a weak ass motherfucker, weak as all hell, to be doing some low vibrational shit like that, to be attacking somebody because they have their sexuality figured out. Like, you have to be a low vibing piece of shit to attack somebody for that reason. Again, that's not a reason, because you're fucked up and you have problems that's not a reason to attack anybody else. Obviously, the people that are attacking other people are fucked up and they do have problems, but that's not an excuse. Well, it's not justified. People trying to threaten you and intimidate you and make you feel bad about yourself, that's over. These people are extremely threatened. And when you don't pass away tomorrow, they're going to be like, wow, my magic really doesn't work. I really ain't shit. I'm really nothing. This person's got more powerful than they're more powerful than me. I really am a fucking loser. That's what these people are going to be thinking and realizing about themselves, which is the truth. Finally, somebody sees the truth about themselves. They could have gone within months ago and seen that they were a fucking losing ass motherfucker that ain't shit. That has no significant meaning. Their existence is not important to the Most High God. It is not a priority. And these people want you to make them a priority. Why? Why would you make their bullying a priority? When you have God, why would you do that? Exactly what I'm saying. You have the jackpot. You've got the Most High God. These people have the devil. Let them lay in the bed that they made for themselves. You know, they want to treat you like you're nothing. Well, they can really find out the truth about themselves, that they're literally disposable. God feels like they could be disposed of at any point. And this planet would not suffer and would not be better or worse for it. Actually, it probably would get better. But yeah. These people don't deserve you. Romantic love affair. This is always going to be about some dumb shit. Hi, welcome in. So yeah, this is always going to be about wanting to have some type of romantic love affair with divine feminine and trying to block that. So this person also, whoever this bully energy is, they feel very intimidated by you guys and by your energy. That's why they feel like they have to attack, is because they're very insecure. It's like they want to make an offer that will not be a good thing for you. They want to make some type of romantic offer to you, and you're not paying attention. If you're a masculine, you're not paying attention to this offer, and whatever they want to offer this divine feminine, it's a fuck no. Like, they can offer stuff, but it doesn't mean that somebody else is going to accept their offer. They need to find another low vibrational person to harass, but they're hooked on your energy. This hooked energy, they're literally trying to hook into your energy. Nah, we don't trauma bond. We're not about this shit. We're about getting our money, being good to others, and being good to ourselves, and taking care of ourselves and loving the self. These people are trying to take screenshot evidence. Like, please. They want the facts. They want the proof. Well, they're about to get proved. They're about to have their own testimony with the Most High God whipping their ass. They're going to find out the divine is real in the worst way possible. And the Most High is going to smack that ass. Hulk smash that ass. It's just like, this is just the effects of when you do bad to people, bad gets done to you. These people, what they wanted for you is happening to them. They're literally, they wanted you haunted, having mental problems, not being able to think, not being able to tap into your gifts. Their gifts are being stripped from them. They're demonic ass, low vibrational shit. It's always being up under judgment. And it's always being stripped from them. That's why they feel like it's not fair that you have your gifts. You didn't abuse your gifts. That's why you still have them, because you use them to help yourself and help other people. If you were out here doing a bunch of wrong to people, then you wouldn't have spiritual gifts anymore, because God would strip that. And these people don't understand that it's their own doing. The reason that they have their gifts taken and that they can't tap in anymore, and that they can't do black magic on people, that they can't harass people in the spirit, that they can't astral project, that they can't do this shit anymore, is because they did too much. Kissing ass. They're gonna try to kiss your ass and come back after they tried to haunt you. This person has actually used magic to unalive people. These dead people that this person took their life is haunting this person, and they want to throw that energy on you. They think that this entity, literally, this is why you don't unalive people. I would just, in general, tell people if you don't want to be haunted by the spirit of the person that you killed, don't kill anyone. Because at this day and age, Gabriel is blowing the horn on every little thing that happens, like every second, brr, brr, you know, another horn's being blown and somebody's getting put up under fucking judgment. And they're being haunted with memories, flashbacks, traumas, and side effects because they tried to take you out. Now they're seeing you in their dreams and they can't get you off of their mind because, you know, the overwhelming guilt that's going to be crapping in their mind. That's going to be crapping in their mind. It's going to be trying to take over their mind is going to cause this person to feel very bad for what they did. And, you know, this is definitely somebody who uses magic to unalive people. And this is a backfire. They're going to be running from their own energy. What type of pussy bitch has to run from their own energy? If you don't channel the energy of death and you won't have to run from the Grim Reaper. But where are you going to run on this planet? Where are you going to escape death? Tell me where they do that at, and I'll go myself. Where do they do that at? Where you can just run away from all of the problems you created and escape death and escape punishment and escape basically having to be responsible for any of your actions. Where do they do that at? Maybe I'll go to that place. No, I won't. Because I don't have a problem being responsible for my actions. I don't create irresponsible choices. So this person's going to run from being haunted, and literally what I say about them losing their vehicle. They're going to lose their car, trying to get in it, trying to travel towards you, and then boom, there goes an accident. That's called blind justice. But yeah. Needless to say, these people don't want you accessing Christ consciousness energy. They don't want you ascending, and they don't want you waking anybody else up from the matrix. But that's kind of what we're all here to do. Those of us that are chosen. This person wants to be a groupie. Like they got to get in groups of people to come for you. That's some pussy shit. You guys are cowards and losers. And I don't respect nobody that has to get a group of men to come harass one woman. But you say this woman ain't shit, but you have to get 10 people, 20 people, 30 people to come for one individual's life. But this woman isn't shit. Make it make sense then. Why are you so worried about this person if they're nothing? If they're insignificant, if they're ugly, if they're this, if they're that? Why are they worried about it then? That's what I'm saying. Anybody that has to gang up with others to harass one individual is a pussy and a bitch and a punk and a loser. Yeah, they wanted to hustle off of you. Like I said, this is them trying to use you to make money. No. The Most High God is going to make these people broke, make them homeless, and is going to put them in spiritual prison. And that can hit a lot worse than any physical prison you could ever go to. Because spiritual prison means you don't get to have free will anymore. You get paralyzed. When God wants to put you in a spiritual prison, God will put these people in a coma that they will never recover from because they abuse their free will too much and trying to impersonate you. Like I said, anybody trying to copy the messages of a divine one and then relay that again like it's their message, they're playing telephone with the Most High God and fucking up the Holy Spirit's words. And I don't support that, and I don't respect that. These people that a lot of these karmic ass readers, they're going to be losing their gifts. And not only that, they're impersonating other people. It's crazy. They're impersonating the people that really have the gifts and causing a lot of confusion. And God does not favor false prophets, people that speak bullshit into existence that never happens. Karmic friends, exactly. You have a karmic friend that is extremely jealous and envious, and they don't trust themselves. They're in secret competition with you. Impersonator, copycat, loser. This is why I don't have friends. I sacrificed every friend relationship, not actually sacrificed, but I just got rid of because I knew the people that were saying that they were my friends, I could not trust them. If the moment that somebody gives you a red flag that they are a snitch, that there's something wrong with them, or that they have a bad intention, please believe these people when they show you who they truly are and walk away from them. Because if you keep these karmic individuals as friends, and these people hold grudges, smile in your face while trying to stab you in the back. They also want to steal something from you. And this is something that's spiritual and it's physical. They think that they can take your physical money. No, this gatekeeping bullshit is pretty much done and over with at this point. Anybody that's engaging in gang stalking and harassment and bullying and backstabbing another person, they had better get ready for the wildest ride of their life, because God is going to rock their world, and not in a positive way. This is the inevitable butterfly effect of why you do not mess with the prophets of God. You don't touch his anointed ones, and you do the prophets no harm. When God said that, God meant it. That's why it's listed numerous times in the Bible to not do that, right? And literally, there's like what, 44, I think it's 44 laws of Mayat. The 10 commandments is only 10. People can't even follow the fucking 10 commandments, let alone if they were actually being judged based upon their righteousness and the laws of Mayat. These people would, their heart is being weighed by Anubis and they're being rejected. So their heart is being devoured by Amit. Scarcity tactics. They want you to feel like there's nothing here for you. They want you to feel like you can't access your gifts. They want you to feel like you should be ashamed. All of this bullshit is because of envy, jealousy, and competition. But like, explain how is this person wants to compete with other people for your destiny. Your destiny is not a competition. It's not up, and it's not, there is no winning your destiny. That's not possible. And that will never happen. What's meant to you will come to you. What's meant for you will come to you. This person ain't shit. They keep saying that you ain't shit, but their actions show the exact opposite. They wouldn't be afraid of you. Their bullying is played out. It's played out. They did too much. Like, now they went too far and they did too much. And now they're really, really going to be losing everything. God will turn the hearts of every person surrounding this individual, will turn their hearts to hatred, and everyone will start hating these people, because the illusion of them being positive individuals is being stripped away from them. And God's going to make sure everybody sees these people for who they are. Clout hungry, says anything, does anything, makes shit up. These people would go to the police and lie. And now they're going to be sucked into their own lies because they don't have any physical evidence or proof that you've done anything to them. And the police see that your light irritates their demons. That's all that this is some fucking jealousy bullshit. The police see that. They're not ignorant. I mean, some of them are, I'm sure, but not all of them. This is why you never know when God puts somebody in a certain position, why they're there. So if you don't know why God put somebody in a certain position, then you better just leave them fucking be, because it ain't nobody's business why God put you where you are today. Just his, like I said, you could be divine masculine, boss daddy, big dick, CEO energy. And they don't like that. They don't like that you won't succumb to whatever their nonsense is. Girl fight. Could be so you could be a divine masculine and this could be a girl that's attacking you. That's pretty crazy. But I definitely feel that this girl wants to fight this divine feminine. So there's somebody else that's attacking this divine feminine as female energy. They think that this shit's a competition. You can't compete where you don't compare. What does this person not understand about that? You're dodging bullets by blocking them, blocking negativity, dodging bullets. These people would try to bring literally real problems and legal issues to your door, but you're too busy winning. And these people are junkies and they're junkies with bad habits, and the police are not going to believe their lies, and neither is the Most High God. Neither is child services. In fact, these people have children and they don't take care of their kids. They're always trying to steal your creativity, steal your idea, copies your work, duplicates off of you. Anybody trying to do that to me or anybody in my collective is up under judgment and will be persecuted to the full extent of the law for copyright. Because everything that I say is copyrighted, and everything that the Most High God pushes through me to say is copyrighted by the Most High God. Do not try, like, these people need to stop trying to steal your intellectual property. These dumbass individuals, stupid, just straight up stupid. They never have the facts. They're always making shit up. They're just a liar, always with the drama starter, being a perpetual drama starter. That is crazy. God doesn't see any use for these people anymore. That's why you're moving on. Thank you. Next. Okay. And these people really should have just seen you in your position and being like, yeah, I don't think that's one we can fuck with. Let's just go move on to somebody that's low vibrational that we can actually influence. Because I don't feel like you're giving anything to these people. This is an obsessive lover. Dangerously toxic. Dangerously toxic. They're also trying to dust it off, trying to cover up their tracks because they have bad karma. And then we have marrying for money in the reverse, which means somebody could have said that you just are trying to marry for money. I don't even feel like you guys are married. What are they talking about? This is the shit that I'm talking about. People don't fucking know what's actually happening in your life. They think that you're married and you're not even married. Or you could be with a partner, but again, they think that you're marrying for money. What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. That's why it's such a bullshit lie. That doesn't make no sense. If you were marrying for money, you wouldn't be working at all. Happiness hater. This is just somebody that's a happiness hater. They don't want you to receive anything. Like, they want to receive what comes to you, but you could be moving or you could be moving on. And that's exactly what God wants you to do, is get away from these people, because they really, really are about to get hit. God wants you to move out of the way so that God can strike these people down with lightning. Yeah, they tried to reject you and now they're rejected. You've probably rejected this person trying to come along with you. See, you're moving on to a higher state of existence, a new vibration and a new level. It's like kind of like a video game. You're leveling up, right? You've passed level 3. Now you're going to level 4. These people couldn't even pass level 1, yet they're trying to jump on your back and ride you into level 4. I don't think so. That's not the type of charity work that you provide. Is somebody that doesn't want to do any work, not physical work, not spiritual work. And they want you to handle it all. Absolutely not. They're talking shit. Surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised by that. Giving money. This person wants you to give them money for nothing. They haven't done anything to deserve money. They don't work. This is somebody who will not work. They don't want to have a job. They don't want to work on themselves, and they don't want to do spiritual work, and they don't want to have a job. They don't want any responsibilities. That's fine. Why would you give your hard-earned money away to this rat, to this snitch, to this enemy? This person wants you to just give them money or give them these people want to either give you money so that you can do work, the spiritual work. These people want to pay for you to do the spiritual work for them. And every practitioner that does spiritual work and gets money for anybody knows that shit doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work the right way, because the amount of responsibility and accountability that these people are supposed to have over their own life, nothing will make a shift, because these people are unwilling to change themselves. That tiny little portion that's of their spiritual work, where you have a spiritual practitioner helping out with the rest of it. Nah, bitch, make them suffer it all. Make them suffer the entirety of their karma. And then maybe they'll learn their lesson and they'll leave people alone, because this could have been avoided. These people didn't have to do any of this to you. This was all voluntary evil. Same shit, different day. They didn't have to do this to you. Cock blocking. They think that they're blocking you, and they're really not blocking anything. thief. They also think that they're going to steal from you. Well, if you won't give me the money, then I'm going to just steal it from you. No, the fuck you're not. No, they're not. There will never be a day where God allows this person to fucking steal anything from you. This person will steal some shit. God will allow this person to take some shit that doesn't even belong to you. That's probably fucking cursed. So that it'll take this person out. God has dummy blessings. And these people think that they're stealing these dummy blessings because God's put the real blessing on the inside of you guys. So all of these external things that these people see that they think that they're stealing, they're not actually doing shit. They're taking dummy blessings. And trust me, anything that God can give you, God can take away. And the world will give you things and the world will take things away. But if you don't have the Most High, if you have the Most High on your side, you will never have anything taken from you. These people are fishing for comments. They want you to react to their drama. I suggest that you don't. They want you to become in a love triangle. Somebody wants to have sex with you, and because you won't sleep with this loser, they do witchcraft because you won't have sex with them. Okay. But this person has an STD and a big major fucking problem. Caught a case. Look at what just flew out. This person has a sexual infection and they want to infect you with it. That is a crime. That is a physical, real crime. That if this person tries to come towards you on any sexual shit and they know that they have this STD, which they do, they just want to ruin your energy so that basically you have the same disease that they do. And so that you won't want to be with nobody else but them, but that you'll accept being a side hoe or a side dude or whatever to their fucking relationship that they're already in. No. Okay. That's criminal. And that's with the intent to murder. If you come trying to give somebody a incurable STD. Okay. That is attempted murder. And literally, that's why you need to be careful of who you lay down in bed with. You don't know what their intentions are and you don't know who they are until you know who they are. And until they give you a clean bill of health saying, yeah, I've gone to the doctor, I've had my shit swabbed, and this is what it is. I don't have anything. If they can't produce that for you, then you don't allow nobody to be touching you with their genitals. If they cannot produce a current piece, like a current thing that's actually from a doctor's office, not some shit they went up and doctored up and typed in saying that they don't have a disease. If they can't produce a clean bill of sale on their genitals, do not touch them. Okay. And always ask people, hey, do you have anything? And ask for them to show you that they've been to a doctor recently within the last 30 days. And if they want to sleep with you that bad, then, and they haven't been to a doctor, then they can go to a doctor, and get a checkup done. And shit, you could go to Planned Parenthood for free in almost any state. So there should be no reason that this person is walking around with a fucking STD that's like, that could be treated, but it can't be cured. I mean, again, all they had to do was go to Planned Parenthood. It is free. Cyberbullying. Being bullied online, or you have suffered from it. Okay, these people that bullied you online, you won't see them anymore. They're being put up under judgment and they're being put literally away. God's putting them away somewhere, getting rid of them completely so that they can never bother you again. This person was a wolf in sheep's clothing. No shit. And you recognize this person for who they were. That's why you rejected them. But they're always wanting to get the inside scoop on you, and they don't have money. They don't have anything. These people are losers. They are losing on a day-to-day basis. They don't have no money because they're always partying. They're always buying these drinks. They're always going out and they're always getting messed up. Like really intoxicated and stuff. And then once they're high as fuck on whatever this is, they come back and they try to bully you online. No, they want the inside scoop. They want to take a closer look and they want to be up in your business. No, your business has to do with the Most High God, and it's nobody else's business. That's the business of the light, and the light stays with the light. Point blank, period. This person is a stalker, and they hate that you're moving in silence, and they hate that you're ignoring them. They also are trying to do dirt digging through these fake accounts. They're trying to create all these fake accounts, and then they're trying to do some dirt digging on you. You're going to remain unbothered. And these people, they're going to try to get photo evidence. They're going to get a dirty offer from some type of police officer. And this was wasting the police officer's money. This person has wasted so many fucking resources trying to mess with you. They have literally been stuck in their ego. They've been stuck in that shit. They have wasted the resources of the police, the resources of the federal agents, the resources of the CIA, and they've wasted people's time. They've wasted the officers of the law, their time, and wasted their resources trying to make them broke as fuck. Literally. These police officers see this shit. These feds, these CIA, they see that this person, all they were doing was wasting their time and lying to them. These snitches, these people that work for the cops, the police officers know what the fuck is going on. They can see that this person doesn't know shit and that they've been wasting resources, lying and wasting time and trying to create a problem where there wasn't one. You're over here reflecting and uninterested in them and their divination abuse. This person is getting information from their wrong ass divinations. And then they're literally trying to use this false information that they just got from not even being able to do readings or not. They don't have access to somebody that can read cards or somebody that has real intuition. So they're abusing this divination, and this is going to blow back on them in a major way. They're going to be suffering for a long time. They're going bankrupt because literally when somebody goes to the point of, I need to go get a reading done on this Queen Rising or on this CEO boss energy, first of all, I don't read other people's energy. If somebody is like, can you look at something for my sister? I'm like, you need to go get your sister's permission for me to read their energy, because I will never try to overset my boundaries and like basically go into somebody else's energy when they have no idea that that's happening. I just think that that's wrong. I never will open a door on anybody that has not given me full permission or does not want me in their energy or doesn't want me to read them. You know what I'm saying? And so people that don't want to hear the truth, they need to stay away from you. I'm going to say that again. People that do not want to hear the truth, they need to stay away from you guys, because you guys will tell it the way that it is. And you're not going to sugarcoat anything. You're just going to be your authentic self. And this person has a problem with that. You know, they want to be you so bad, and they don't even know why they're wanting to be you. They're crying over you, sad, hurt, upset. They're the ones that bullied you. Why are they crying? They're crying because they're bankrupt. They spent all of their money on divination. They keep going back to this freaking reader. They pay this reader almost every day, and they're pawning their TVs and shit, and they don't pay their bills because they spend all their time getting divination done on you. Divination that's illegal. It should not be being done because, again, consent was never given to read your energy. That's why this person never gets the correct answers to anything. They don't have an ability to read cards. They can't see what's really going on. You know, they're just creeping. This is all they're going to ever do. This is as far as they're going to get to you, is still be creeping around a corner. And they're in their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing the mistakes that they made. Well, they were big mistakes. They've got love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. These people want a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. Fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. And they want you back. Like I said, this person tried to say that you were a gold digger, and there's no evidence of that. They also tried to say a bunch of other stuff that there's no evidence of. They could have even been lying and saying that you had an incurable STD. No, you don't. These people are so fucking stupid. They take for granted that everybody that they tell these lies to is not going to go into spirit and ask if that's true. They're literally taking for granted the fact that most people, anybody that has intuition and a brain, when they hear this bullshit about you, literally they go into the spirit and they start asking spirit if what this person's saying is true. And they come back knowing that this person is a fucking liar. Every single time it comes back that they lie. So again, the people that they were convincing to come up against you now know that these people are liars. And like I said, They should not have come for you. You warned them. They didn't want to obey that. They didn't want to listen. And so the Most High God has a funny way of dealing with people that are ignorant, hubris, and who are disobedient. Because God is not asking everybody to be a perfect person, which God very well could say, why don't you came from me? Why don't you be more like me? God's not even doing that. God's asking these people to just leave you alone, and they are refusing to do so. And that's literally on them. That's what their choice is. Their choices, every choice in life has a consequence or a reward. And it depends on where you're at and what choice you choose, whether you get a consequence or whether you get a reward. These people are not going to be rewarded for hurting you. They're not going to be rewarded for attempting to take something from you. These people are not going to be rewarded. They're going to be punished. And it's their own, it's literally, they did this to themselves. They literally did it to themselves. You're going to continue to persevere while these people are trapped. And they're only trapped because they wanted to compromise your safety. And God has a big problem with that. You're going on an adventure. This guy, he's like finally making it to the top of the hill. And here, as soon as you've made it to the top of this ascension, here come these motherfuckers trying to pull you back down. I don't think so. We call upon the heavens to avenge what was done on the earth. This person was wearing a mask the entire relationship. They were never going to show you what their true face is because they got too many. They also maybe have a mental disorder. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anyone, but I am picking up on somebody's mental state, and it's not healthy. You're a blessing. This adventure that you're on is a blessing, but not only that, it's that cute little like Ganesh. You are the blessing, which means you're going to have fulfillment. You're the blessing that they wish they had. This is your fate. You being a blessing to this world is your fate. This person is upset. They tried to curse you. That backfired. God said, I know that you feel a certain type of way about my child, but at the end of the day, it's what I say that goes. And it's going to be written in this person's book of life that they were trying to curse another individual. And by doing so, they have forfeited their ancestral gifts, any power that they had, any connections that they had, any money that they had, and any security that they had. We're trying to take from you and trying to curse your fate. They have cursed their own. That's why I'm saying what they wanted for you will happen to them tenfold, and they won't be able to deal with it because they thought that they came up with the perfect plan to destroy you and to hurt you in a specific way and that it was going to work. And they don't realize your strength. They don't realize your power because they're ignorant and blind, and their jealousy and envy has blinded them to the truth. And that's why they can't see the light within you. Or maybe they sense it and they just hate it. But either way, your light irritates this person's demonic ass self, and they're just a demon face. Like literally, this person can't even figure out who the fuck they want to be, not for one day. I mean, they want a destiny swap. They want a destiny swap with all of these people. How many heads is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They want a destiny swap with 6 people right here. Not even realizing that some of the people's fates that they tried to destiny swap with, that this person tried to curse their fate and then tried to steal their fate. So basically you're stealing a cursed fate that you cursed. Make it make sense. That's why these people are just extremely unintelligent. I have no respect for that, for being that fucking stupid. Like you're going to curse somebody's fate and then try to steal it. When you be getting a cursed fate, make it make sense. These people don't have any common sense. That logically, that doesn't make sense. Also, logically, you can't even divide one person's fate up between 6 people. This person has 6 aspects of their personality that they are in denial of, and they want to be 6 different people. This person's a fucking shape-shifting weirdo. This is all because you have a family, okay? It is this person's destiny and fate to be homeless. And whatever initiation they tried to create by cursing you has got them homeless, literally without a home, because God's not going to give them a spiritual home, and God's not going to allow them to take yours. You have lived and learned from this person who has tried to cause supernatural disturbance after supernatural disturbance in your life. Obscure, irritation, and supernatural. They forgot. They must have forgot that you are connected to the divine, that this curse has backfired. It's returned to sender. The death magic is done. Nobody is acknowledging that shit. You can simply sidestep things in life by not even paying attention to them. You can literally ignore things and then they will go away. And on some things you can't, but some shit like this, I would not believe, not for 1 second. You guys don't believe for 1 second that this work, that you're cursed. Your destiny and fate is protected. You are a blessing. I think it's funny that blessing is right above cursed. Like, just the way I'm putting the cards down. So, they're going to live and learn from this experience, and you're going to become stronger, because that's the inevitability of growth. These people wanted to bind you to some type of negative commitment that would not be for your highest and best good, or they just wanted to stop you from being great. They don't understand that God works through you. They tried to create a nightmare by sending this nightmare magic to you. They were coached on how to do that by somebody, and they had a definite strategy of how they were going to give you nightmares and mess with you while you sleep. And now this person has everything being stripped from them. They're losing everything. They're literally possibly going to even lose their life. And that's really sad, because what I just say, they're going to lose their damn life. They had a strategy to kill you and to take your life from you and to curse you and to bully you to death. And this is exactly what is going to happen to them. This is actually set up on a real schedule for them to be harassed and bullied back. I'm not kidding. The archangels do not play. You're over here loving on yourself and staying committed to the eternal love that the Most High God has promised you for eternity. This love and grace and compassion and care. Like I just said, care, because you are a beloved child of the Most High God. Somebody is extremely furious about that. They're very angry that God loves you, because God doesn't love this person like that. This person has done nothing to, like, you actually respect what God has to say and the way that God feels about you and other people. This person doesn't give a shit. They don't care at all about how God feels about anything. They just don't care. They feel like God dealt them a bad hand in life, and maybe God did, but there's always a reason for everything. So the way that they're feeling, if they would have done things that to get them in alignment with their destiny, they would be loved by God, but they are disobedient. Not only has God commanded them to stop harassing you, and they have not ceased to do that. Okay. But God is also blessing you and preparing a table before you in the presence of these enemies. They're going to have to literally account for the things that they've done. Like, these people are going to have to be held accountable for that shit. That energy just doesn't disappear when it doesn't take somebody else over. It does not just disappear. You are receiving justice at this time, and you are receiving truth about yourself. You are a beautiful being. These people are hooked on drugs. They're also addicted to bullying. They're psychic vampires. They're addicted to bullying, and literally they're in withdrawal right now because you're not giving them any energy. They're daydreaming about how they can mess your future up, and they can't. They can daydream all they want, but at the end of the day, you're still receiving justice, because what you are doing is taking care of yourself, and you're learning from your mistakes. And this person refuses to do that. They refuse to learn. That's why they're still daydreaming about how they can send another nightmare or conflict to you. Now these people are in conflict with one another. Why didn't we get their destiny? Why didn't we get her this? Why didn't we receive his that? La, 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 la. bitch, because this shit had their name on it, not yours. You're not so-and-so. Okay? It's like the eternal love goes to the people who are going to actually be in alignment with that. This person is stuck in their pride and ego, and they're following other gang stalkers and other people that abuse other people. They're going to get abused in the worst way, because you're loved by God and by the demonic realm, which means these people call on any demons. Those demons are going to freaking sword backstab them, because the devil is a liar in every type of way. They want you to compromise your walk with God. They want you to compromise your destiny, your fate, and your walk with God, so that they can get clout, or so that they can have something. And why would you compromise with a fucking terrorist? This person is a terrorist, and they're a problem. They're very imaginative about how they're going to make you compromise your gifts. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because it's not what's written in the book of life. You know what I'm saying? You're over here having sweet dreams, loving on yourself, getting justice, and the spiritual realm is doing all the justice for you. It's like you don't even have to go to court or anything for this. God's just taking care of it. That's what I want to see. This is the shit that I live for. I love seeing God protect people. So you could have done a specific prayer to protect yourself from these people, and it worked. God is protecting you at this time. You are receiving truth at this time. You're over here being very calm, and collected, which is exactly what you need to do, because these people are trying to get a rise out of you. They want you to basically sacrifice your peace to engage in conflict with them, and you're not willing to do that. My peace is too important for me to allow anybody to disrupt it. And that's just the way it is. These people are going to be a major loss about this. They wanted to trap you. This is because you originate from the Most High God, and they fear that shit. They should be afraid. Everybody who doesn't fear God is retarded. If you're not afraid of God when God is the most powerful thing ever and what God could do, then that's just stupid. That you have to understand that if you're dealing with people that do not fear God, you need to stay away from them, because they're going to bring you into some type of karmic situation, or they're going to try to bring you down. If they don't fear God, and if they don't love God, that's not somebody that you want even in your energy at all. This person wants to be a third wheel. They want you to cheat on your person or they want you to cheat on your person that's coming in. If you don't have a person, they want to be the third wheel, an enemy. They should have left you alone. These people are extremely afraid of you. You cause them to feel fear, and you cause them to feel depressed, paranoid, phobias, all that shit. It's because you just are not affected. They're scared that you're not affected by this death magic and this harassment, and they don't know what to do, because they know that now since they're in the death energy, they know that they fucked up. And what they did, they cannot undo. The tears that you've cried, you can't. Those tears are libations to your spiritual ancestors. Every tear that hits the ground is a spiritual libation. These people will suffer. Every tear that they caused you to cry, these people will suffer that themselves 10 times over, been more than 10 times over, 100 times over. This is why they're going to learn very quickly that you are not the one to mess with. You are A-okay about this situation and about God taking care of it, which is where you should be. These people wanted you to have an accident. They tried to cause some accident, and they're about to have an accident. And I'm sorry if anybody passes away in an accident, but again, they had the choice to come for you or not to come for you. They could have chosen the correct choice, and then they wouldn't be in this position, but they put themselves here. this loneliness that they feel, like really somebody's bullying and harassing you and stalking you and being a bitch because they're lonely. Well, no, nobody wants to be around this person. They wear 6 different fucking faces at any time. No one wants that shit around. Nobody wants a fake, unauthentic weirdo around them. That's creepy. What I just say, libation, about every tear that you've cried is a spiritual libation to your ancestors, and your ancestors hear that, and they are coming very quick. They are coming upon these people very quickly and standing on their neck. They're not going to let these people get back up. And you're over here persevering through everything because that's what your destiny is: perseverance, success, and all that stuff. What your profession is, you're getting in alignment and you're fulfilling your vow to the Most High God. You guys could end up getting married. This person was trying to block a marriage or trying to block, a divine partner from coming in, because they know that once you team up with this other person, you will be twice as strong as you are now, which means they'll have to get twice as many gang stalkers to come for you. And that's going to be expensive. And these people are broke. What I say, wanting to steal from you, broke as fuck, trying to steal things from you, and they're sick. And everybody that they were bribing, these people don't have the money to pay these bribes anymore. So all of the gaslighting, all of the gatekeeping, all of the harassment, all of the stalking, all of the shit that they were paying for and bribing people is going to blow up in their face. And they're going to be so broke and homeless and not able to pay for any more witchcraft because they decide to have this bright idea about you. That's why instead of fucking with people, just leave them alone. If you don't like them, leave them alone. Don't focus on them. Go focus on somebody that you do like. That's going to be always the best advice, is that if you don't like something, turn towards something you do like, right? And leave this poor person alone. And not to say that you're poor, but I feel like leave this poor innocent individual that you guys are alone. They had some stupid goal to take from you. And I don't care how many people they get. I don't care how many hackers they pay. I don't care. This is not ever going to happen. I don't care how many police officers they pay and bribe to come for you. This is not going to happen. These people are up under judgment, and everybody that they involve in this gets put up under judgment immediately. You're about to run into some good luck. These people are stuck in their pride and ego. There's a collaboration of people stuck in their pride and ego. They're always drinking, partying, getting fucked up. This is why they can't be taken seriously. If you cops are believing people that are junkies and drug addicts and weirdos like this over people who are acting right, then you need to really look at yourself and ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing? Because why are you believing these drunks and drug addicts and taking their word as law? I don't care if they're a paid informant. If they're a drug addict and irresponsible and don't have their shit together and they're bribing people and doing all this criminal shit, why are the police officers not looking at the criminal shit that these snitches are doing, that these people that they collaborated with? Because this is getting the justice system put up under fucking judgment, and it's getting any police officer that ever had their eye on attacking you or coming for you, it's getting them put up under judgment. Now they're thinking twice. They're hesitating. This hesitation. Now these idiots are thinking twice before coming from you. This could have been a friend of yours that wanted to imprison you. I also feel like you have a team of friends in the spiritual realm that don't play about you. This person was trying to confine you or get you confined or have you put in prison. And that's not going to happen. That's what they're going to be in, because it would benefit this person to go to jail, to get off of the drugs and alcohol, to get off of whatever the fuck they're on, whatever this crack, bullshit, cocaine, whatever the fuck they're smoking and snorting and huffing and puffing and whatever else. Okay. It would benefit them to go to jail to get their shit together so that they could go through a detox and get not addicted to drugs and alcohol. So it would benefit them to even be confined in a mental institution, because there they could get off of the drugs and alcohol and they could get the mental help that they need, because You have to know that anybody that's going to come up against an innocent person like this has something mental going on. I can't diagnose nobody, but they have something mental going on, because that's not normal. It's not normal for humans to do this type of shit. That's not normal. You could be very introverted, or this person could be very introverted. Probably one reason why they're alone. Nobody wants to be around this person. So I don't feel like being introverted is bad. You're about to receive some good news on this subject with the people that were harassing and bullying you. Or even messing with your energy, again, trying to go into the spirit and do anything. You're going to receive some good news. This is most likely going to come from spirit, that just telling you that you are in alignment, you are doing the right thing, continue to move forward. Don't even look backwards at all, because you're not going to the past, so don't look behind you. You've not done anything that would warrant any type of attack. You guys have to understand, you have not done anything to warrant this attack. That's why these people are literally facing homelessness, death, and confinement. They wanted to mess with your memory. Now it's their memory that's getting messed with. Magic, they think that magic works like they're going to do this spell that they got off the internet or read out of a book, and they're going to change your memory so that you remember them differently. No, you still know who fucked you over and who didn't. Like, that's something, your memory belongs to God. God's not going to allow these people to do anything. Don't accept an apology from this person, because they're only trying to apologize so that they can get in your energy and do something worse to you. So again, this person's guilty. They're wrong. They need forgiveness, and they need to repent to the justice system. I don't want to hear it. It's not my job to forgive these people. It's not your job to forgive these people. Always forgive yourself for these people even existing. And I forgive God for God creating these people. But besides that, these people are unworthy of forgiveness, because they're not actually apologetic. They're not sorry that they hurt you. They're not sorry that they put your life in danger. They're not sorry of anything that they've tried to do to you. They're not sorry. So why would you accept an apology from somebody who is lying? And this may be when they go to court that they're ordered to give you a written out apology. I would not accept nothing from this person. You don't need an apology for you to move on and be who you are. You don't need an apology. So it's irrelevant. These people cause their own natural disaster. They literally cause their own end. And they were blind. They did not see. They did not see that you were the light, and they did not see that you were important. And that was a big mistake. A very big mistake. These people don't have gifts. They're completely blind. They have to go to other tarot readers and other people, and they pay a lot of money. And that's one reason why they're broke, because they got to pay. You're still triumphant over them, even though they paid all of this money. I paid all of this money for their destiny, and I didn't receive it. Why didn't I get their destiny? Bitch, because you can't take destiny. Destiny and fate cannot be stolen. Okay. Delulu. They wanted to trap you, and now they're falling in. They did not see that they're going to fall into the trap that they dug for you. They don't want to hear this. Nah. I don't want to hear that. This person's ignorant and dumb. They're stubborn, and they don't want to let go of your energy. You're over here merit making. The police see you doing merit making. They see you being of help to other people. This person could be screenshotting like evidence, or this person could literally, if you do readings, they could try to come to you as a client, and they're just trying to give you some money, curse that money, and then they're going to try to say that you never performed the service that you performed for them, or some shit like that. So just be aware that you have somebody that's trying to come in and act like they need help when, yeah, they do need help, but you're not going to be the one to help these people. These people will have to get help from God, but they're not going to go to God because they're cowards. And because they know what they've done, they're overloaded and they're stressed out now. And you have a reservation in heaven that they're not invited to. Party of one, reservation in heaven. Here we go. Ascension. I'm sorry. It was a party of one, and this is their destiny, not yours. You're not going anywhere. You're going down. You're going down to hell. You're going in the elevator also, but you're going down while this other person's going up. You've been ready for this shit. You're like, come on, bring it on, bitch. I wish somebody would try me. You are a gift to this world, and you have a gift that can change this world. And there's nothing that this person can do about that. They can't get God to take your gifts away. They can't get this person was trying to bribe your ancestors, and your ancestors are literally trying to figure out ways to strangle this person till they can't breathe no more. Like, your ancestors are cutthroat. They should have stopped with this fucking rituals and rites and ceremonies and magics. They should have stopped. But they didn't. Now they're stressed out because they didn't stop, and God is here. Finally, the day of judgment. God is actually here, and these people don't know what to do because they know that they are suffering and that their whole bloodline is going to suffer for what they've done. It'll be their children that go without, that are homeless. Just like this person tried to do this to you. God's like, you wanted to do that to my child, my divine being. You wanted to do all of this to my divine being. Well, you have children, don't you? I'm going to do this to your child, and you're going to see what it feels like to be homeless and to go through all of this bullshit. Like I said, they wanted to protest you being alive. That's not negotiable. God gave you the gift of life. Nobody's going to be taking that from you. Nobody but the Most High. You're over here relaxed, not even tripping. It's not your time to go. Why would you even be tripping on this person? You're already in peace. This person wanted to puppet you. They wanted to get you to act out of your character, and then they're lying to the police, trying to sue you, and then trying to play you like a puppet. These people will be dragged into court. They will be sued for bullying, and there will be reparations that need to be paid to the court or to the public that they harassed. You have an alliance with the spiritual realm. These people were told to stop. They tried to stop you from getting any aid and from having a home. They don't want you. They don't want this promise that's coming from God coming in. This person was trying to create evidence against you, and they don't have anything. They see you over here saving your money, and they're in loss about that. They're losing while you gain. So that's basically the message, is that they lose and you gain. And their strategy was really silly. The fact that they thought that they were going to deceive and beat the Most High God and then touch the anointed ones, that was dumb. I mean, that truly was on some idiot ass shit. Okay, these people did all of everything that they're suffering and about to suffer, they did to themselves. This could have been avoided had they decided to respect God's laws and act right. That's all they had to do. God didn't even ask them to be a good person. And God could very well ask every person to be a good person, but they decided that that is not what they want to be about. So let them be the way that they want to be. It's no relevance to you. Just know that this situation is getting addressed and that you still are getting your blessings. Positivity is still coming to you. Regardless of what any of these people say, they're insignificant and they don't matter. They don't matter to you, and they don't matter to the bigger picture of life. So they're insignificant and they don't matter. And God is very upset with them. So make sure that you get out of the way of these people. If they were your friends or people that you know, that you block them and allow God to do what God's going to do, because God is going to take care of these people for you. You don't need to do anything. Just continue to pray Psalm 91 against all known, unknown, seen and unseen enemies, and continue to do your spiritual cleanses and your spiritual work. It'll keep this person out of your energy, and they're going to have to live with what they've done. They're going to have to live the rest of their life, or whatever, for however long that is, whether it's a few days or a year. They're going to have to live the rest of their life in regret for what they did to you. And that's the way that it is. So that's not me making it that way. This is just the inevitability of, if you take these certain types of actions in life, like, you get stupid rewards. When you make stupid actions, you get stupid rewards. And this is what these people are learning, that they should not have done this and that they were in the wrong. They already know that, though, because if you're getting paid to gang stalk other people, you already know you're in the wrong. So again, I don't have no pity or mercy for these people. And again, it could be the mercy that you give them that keeps them in your life. So don't show mercy to these people. Show mercy to yourself, and show mercy to the people that have shown mercy to you. These people have come for you relentlessly. And so I don't feel like they deserve mercy. They want to cry wolf, throw their rocks at you, stone you to death, then cry wolf about you. And God's like, what? What did you just fucking say about my child? Are you trying to tell me that my child is this, this, and this when I've been watching everybody the entire time and I saw you pick up that rock, throw it at my child's head, throw it at my child's home, and then hide your hand? I saw that shit. God saw everything. And so this is why these people are suffering and they're going to be punished severely. And we're going to continue to attract positivity in and kindness. Okay, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified of every time that I go live. All right, you guys don't want to miss out on the messages that I have for you. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful Easter. Don't let these people get you down, okay? You're so worthy. All right, you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful Easter.